Government is asking the private sector to partner in bridging the country's current housing deficit. Deputy Minister of Water Resources, Works and Housing, Johnny Osei-Kofi, told Joy News that while government expedites the passage of the housing bill, it will also help make the documentation processes for those in the real estate sector easier. Currently has a social housing problem with a deficit of 1.7 million units, a challenge mainly as a result of the expensive nature of renting or owning a house. Players in the real estate industry often put up houses and tout them as affordable, with prices ranging from 100,000 cedis and above, a price which remains on the high side for a number of Ghanaians. One of such, Itel Construction, specialized in building houses that have bulletproof walls and are fire, earthquake and hurricane resistant, says access to capital coupled with the land tenure system in the country makes it challenging for the sector to thrive with lower prices.
I think now there's the talk about government setting up a fund for real estate development so that real estate developers can access those funds at reasonably low interest rates and thereby reduce the cost of housing. I think that there must be a restructuring of the land administration in this country, where there must be a one-stop shop for land administration, so that when you are acquiring a piece of land and you go to that place, there would never be any dispute about ownership. Yeah, because I have friends who have had problems with land. They buy the land over 3 times, and you can imagine how it affects the cost of building.
Government, while appreciative of the challenges the sector is faced, is calling for a partnership in order to address them.
What government is doing is that if you're a private business person in the real estate industry and you want to build, there are certain processes that you have to go through, land acquisition and so on and so forth, with the ministries, with EPA, with that and that and that. If you come to us, we will help you to facilitate all these things, as quickly as possible. Any other thing that we can do for you, you have to ask it. We have to be very clear about it, and then we help you. So that all the bureaucracies, somebody has his money, and to start work becomes another problem. I mean, there are people who, out of frustration, just say, okay, especially the foreigners, I take my money, I go away. We want to encourage people to come and stay.
Johnny Osei-Kofi also called on the sector to develop a scheme for rentals for young people, especially graduates from the tertiary institutions, on a monthly basis to help address the housing deficit. Abigail Adamakwenchi for Joy News. Away from housing, Ghana is set to build its third floating production, storage and offloading vessel as part of the process to make the country an oil hub in West Africa. The third FPSO would produce more than 150 million cubic feet of gas daily. There is an ongoing tender process to select what the government terms the best contractor to build the FPSO and for it to be delivered in the last quarter of 2016. Actual oil and gas production will start in early 2017. Ghana currently has one FPSO named after the country's first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. It was delivered to Ghana in 2010 and is currently producing an average of 120,000 barrels of crude oil daily. A second FPSO named FPSO JEA Mills is also currently under construction in Singapore and is 30% complete and would be delivered in the last quarter of 2015. The Ghana Telecoms Chamber says mobile telecommunication companies have spent more than 80 million Ghana cedis over the last 3 years to repair fiber optic cables that were damaged through various activities. The number of fiber cuts in the industry has seen an exponential increase from 480 cuts in 2011 to 2,110 in 2013, and the situation for the first half of 2014 does not look any better as operators have already suffered 1,304 cuts. The data for 2014 shows that on average 7 fiber cuts are recorded by operators every day, which could make it the worst year yet for telecom networks. The first phase of Societe Generale Ghana's Power of 250 promotion has ended with about 70 customers winning some home appliances and cash prizes worth up to 75,000 cedis. The bank, to attract more deposits and encourage savings, is set to launch the Power of 250 promo reloaded next month with a 100,000 cedi grand prize up for grabs. The Societe Generale Ghana Power 250 promotion, which began in May this year, was to reward loyal customers as they earned points after each 250 cedis deposit. After 2 mini draws in Kumasi and Takoradi, where 60 valued customers won appliances including phones, LED screens among others, 10 more customers across the country have also won some home appliances, with one taking away the grand prize of 75,000 cedis.
Yes, you won 75,000 Ghana cedis in the Power of 250 promo with SG Ghana.
With deposit mobilization one of the major challenges for banks, Societe Generale Ghana believes the move will encourage more deposits as well as savings.
People don't deposit less than they do before, but you know, a lot of credit is made, and so more deposit is always needed to make more credit. It's a cycle, you know. More deposits makes more credits and makes more financing to our SME customers, to our individual customers, and to our corporate customers. So we need to bring those deposits on board to be able to keep on growing on the back of a more tough environment, and so that's why we need some promotion and campaign to incentive people to come in here, because we know times are hard, and sometimes it's better to take the money out when the salary is not coming, for example.
The bank also hopes to launch another form of the promotion in a grand style next month.
The Power of 250 Reloaded will start in September on. It will be a little bit different in terms of concept, knowing that all accounts will be involved, not only the savings accounts. It's going to be also what is on the current account, and the points will be earned based on the balance, the difference in the balance between the beginning in September and the end of the campaign. And so that's how the points will be calculated, and the prizes are going to be as incredible as this one. The ultimate prize will be 100,000 Ghana cedi.
The National Lotteries Authority, under whose platform the promotion took off, also applauded the bank for rewarding their customers, especially through the Caritas medium. And that's it for business. I'm Abigail Adumakwenchi.